Hello, Clay County 4-H volunteers, members, and parents. Just another quick video here on our Clay County 4-H member record book, specifically looking at the members record section 4. I'm Matthew Olson, 4-H agent at the Clay County Extension Office. If you have questions about this video or the record books or anything else about 4-H, feel free to give me a call at the office, stop by and visit, or send me an email with your questions. So let's get right to it. I'm going to go ahead and open up my Clay County 4-H record book. I'm looking at specifically the members record, and remember that's the one that is cumulative and has this nice big green 4-H clover on the front. Section 4 starts on page 7, so I'm going to jump right to that. And this section is focusing on the exhibits and the animal entries that we do in our 4-H work. Now, when I talk about an exhibit, that is something that I have put together and I'm entering into the Clay County Fair or the Northeast Florida Fair or some other event where there is a item that's being judged. And when I talk about animal entries, that's where an animal that I'm raising in 4-H is the one that's being judged. As we look at this, it's very similar to the previous section, which was about public presentations, and it has a nice chart here with the date, the description about what we entered, the place, and then other comments that we want to add. Now, I went ahead and filled this in as I went through my 4-H year. As you can see, I went to the Northeast Florida Fair with my pig and entered into the swine show. I took my book with me and filled it out that day, so it was done with the Northeast Florida Fair entry right after I was done with the show. So what I did is I went ahead and put the date of the show that I entered into. I noted that it was the swine show, it was in the swine project area, and it was at the Northeast Florida Fair. Under the place, since the Northeast Florida Fair is a county fair for Nassau County, I went ahead and noted that it was a county level event and my pig received a blue ribbon, so I put a B, which means blue. Now for the other comments, I went ahead and recorded the ear tag that my pig has the ear tag 4H 20001. Now this is important because if you had several of the same species, let's say you have several rabbits that you enter into the Clay County Fair or the Northeast Florida Fair, you want to make sure that you're keeping track of which animal received what ribbon placing. So when I go ahead and do this same thing for, let's say, the Clay County Agricultural Fair, I do the very same thing. I write the date of the show, that it was the swine show, swine project area, and at the Clay County Agricultural Fair. Now, a suggestion that I do have for you is to use abbreviations after you wrote it for the first time. So you can see here in parentheses I put CCAF, that stands for Clay County Agricultural Fair, and now every time after that that I refer to the Clay County Ag Fair, I can put CCAF. So to complete this entry for my pig, it received a blue ribbon again, and it was ear tag 4H 20001. So I know that it's the same animal that I took to the Northeast Florida Fair. Now for the exhibits that I put into the 4-H exhibit booth, I went ahead and put the date that I dropped those exhibit off. So you can see I did 3 of them. One was a 3D printed Eiffel Tower in the 3D printing project area. It was at the Clay County Ag Fair, and it was a blue ribbon. Now I really didn't have any other comments that I wanted to make since I feel that this is pretty self-explanatory for myself in the future when I'm referring back to it, so I didn't put anything. I did enter 2 photographs, still life photography, which was a picture of a stack of old history books that I received a red ribbon on, and then the same thing with a picture of a close-up of a bee on a flower. I received a blue ribbon for that, so that's exactly how I filled this out. Now you're going to want to make sure to fill this out for any 4-H related event that you go to, or you take your 4-H animal that you go to. So if you enter into the Florida Junior Swine Circuit with your pig that you're raising in 4-H and are planning it to enter into the Clay County Ag Fair, you would want to make sure that you record those shows. Same thing if you go to the Florida Youth Expo with your animals or the Florida State Fair. Any of the shows that you take your 4-H animal to and exhibit in, that's what you're going to want to record in this section. It's not solely 4-H events, but it's stuff that you're taking your 4-H project work to. Now that's all we have for section 4 of the members record. If you have any questions about it, please feel free again to give me a call at the office, stop by and visit, send me an email, and let me know your questions.